Welcome everyone, it is Michael here with Offshore Citizen. We're going to talk today about the wonderful subject of what is offshore. Obviously, you know, the whole point of this concept is offshore. So what does offshore mean? Sometimes when people think of offshore, they think of tropical island paradises, you know, secret bank accounts squirreled away in places like Cayman Islands and Bahamas. And that's really not what we mean by offshore. Offshore refers to anything outside of your own country. So where this is kind of interesting is that the US is offshore for Canada or London or Germany or Singapore, but UK could be offshore to the US and vice versa. So yes, in a traditional sense, when we're talking about offshore, we're usually talking about some sort of tax haven, some sort of, differently regulated environment. We're usually not thinking of Germany as offshore, but it could be. And here on Offshore Citizen, the idea is to talk about, hey, look, how can you benefit yourself by going international? How can you either move or get an alternate citizenship, or set up alternate bank accounts, or operate alternate companies, or hire people abroad, etc., in a way that is going to benefit you. And great, you know what, if you can do that, fantastic. On the flip side, you can also do that badly, and it can be really painful, and it can cause you a lot of issues. So with that in mind, offshore is simply anything outside of your home country, but keeping in mind that usually you're going to be focused on better taxes, lower costs, better infrastructure, greater secrecy, greater privacy, better protection rules, what other kinds of things? I mean, more stability potentially, more safety, more, I guess I would call business friendly or easy to do business environments. And the truth is that sometimes those contradict, right? You might have, let's say, lower taxes in Cayman Islands or Bahamas or BVI, where there's actually legitimately 0% tax, and they're not really very business friendly in a lot of ways. Yeah, sure, you can set up a company and not have a lot of regulations in that respect, but you don't have, let's say, a great environment for employing people, which is why you usually don't set up structures there. So as you go through this site, as you go through our videos, our articles, etc., we're going to try and point out to you the best in offshore for any given thing, and there's no one size fits all. Anyone who tells you, people would come to me at parties and they'd say, oh, I have Belize, Seychelles, is it good? Good, well, it doesn't mean anything. It totally is dependent on the substance behind it, on your situation, etc. So anyway, that's a little bit of an idea of what is offshore, separating out tax havens, the quote-unquote tropical paradises, the places that we normally consider offshore, and just the idea of, hey, look, let's do something outside of our country because often there's a lot of benefits to that, okay? So look forward to hearing from you guys. We will see you in the next video.